Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today I want to talk about GERMA Sanji, or if Sanji completely lost his marbles and became a GERMA cyborg. Similar to his brothers, where they're pretty much emotionless for the most part, and they're no longer themselves. Now we know that Sanji is a very emotional guy. He's a very react not reactive but very expressive person, right? So imagine if Sanji lost all that personality, all that pizzazz, all that pervertedness, which he should lose anyway. But he lost all of that and he became a killing machine, or just did the biddings for his parents and his family, more specifically his dad. Now I think in Sanji's eyes he would rather die, right? And we've been proven that has been proven to us when Sanji thought that he was losing control and he told Zoro, "Will you take me out if I'm losing if I'm going to lose control? If there's even a hint, if you think it's no longer me, will you take me out?" And obviously Zoro complies. But I don't think Zoro would actually do it. I think Zoro would defend himself and try to, and I'll get to that in a second. But so we're creating a situation where this happens, right? Let's say we finish we finish the Egghead Island arc, and we're on our way to Elbaf, right? And the land of the giants, and we stop at a random island, and Sanji starts acting stoic and robotic, and maybe even attacks one of the Straw Hats, right? Let's say the weak one. Let's go with, since I think Elbaf is gonna focus on our boy, the king, the god Usopp himself. Let's say he hits Usopp and Usopp goes flying out. Usopp has great endurance, so he would get up, but he gets hurt. And let's say Luffy sees it. Luffy will attack first. He won't even ask questions. He will attack first, just the same way he attacked Zoro when he thought that Zoro was attacking people that fed them, right? And he hates that, so he started attacking. I think that's the first thing you do. He's kind of a bumbling idiot. He's a bit smarter now, but I think he might attack, or he might ask, "What are you doing, Sanji?" You know what I'm saying? But he might attack and just clubber him and be like, "Stop that, Sanji. Don't hit Usopp." The only person that's allowed to hit the crew members without any repercussions is, of course, Nami. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person that can smack the crew around, beat them half to death, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? She has that platform. She has that, you know what I'm saying, that get out of jail free card. She got that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of the situation we're gonna have ourselves in, right? I think Luffy is, when Sanji starts attacking back, or if Sanji starts attacking back, Luffy I think is gonna start defending as well, and he's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And I think if Zoro sees this, Zoro will tell Luffy to leave it, and that Sanji asked him to deal with the situation if it comes to it. Luffy would immediately stop. He wouldn't ask questions. He would let Zoro deal with it because he trusts Zoro unconditionally. So he would let it happen, right? And I think Luffy probably would hit back, but Zoro will not. I think Zoro, because Zoro is that guy. He's the stoic guy that acts like he's cold and heartless, and he does kill, like, out of everybody in the Straw Hats. He being American, but simultaneously we saw when he was fighting the Pelican girl in Punk Hazard, that he, for ages, he didn't really attack her. And even when he had the opportunity to kill her, he attacked her without haki so that he would spare her. So he has his soft side, and I think he cares about Sanji, right? He be talking all that shit. Him and Sanji be talking all that shit, but they really close friends. They good friends. You know what I'm saying? They're like second best friends. You know what I'm saying? So I think Zoro would defend himself, and he'd be like, "Sanji, you're gonna let this thing take over you," and I think he's gonna try to talk him down, right? But I think if Sanji starts bringing out Ifra's Jambe and all of that shit, Zoro probably feel like he might have to attack. But again, I think this might be a time where, because remember, Zoro is learning how to master his sword and how to know when to cut and when to not cut. He has to be able to command his sword to not even be able to cut paper, but be able to cut steel if he so pleases. So I think any attack that he gives to Sanji will not cut Sanji. It will hurt Sanji, but it will not cut him, because he will intend for that cut to not cut. You know what I'm saying? Or for that attack to not cut Sanji. So there's no, and I think Luffy will probably be a bit scared first, be like, "Yo, don't cut him," like, you know what I'm saying? And Zoro will probably say something like, "Stay out of this," you know what I'm saying? And I think Zoro would win the fight, for several reasons, because I think endurance wise, like, you know what I'm saying, Zoro is an absolute beast. And I know he's quote unquote struggling against that bum, um that lion bum, bro. Like, I see, I don't even want to, like, I only can't even remember his name anymore, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of all the meme names, but I can't think of his actual name, which is kind of annoying me. But he's fighting that tiger, lion, fucking cheetah bum. Anyway, right? Lucci, Rob Lucci. He's fighting Rob Lucci, right? It took me a second. I'm sorry, guys. It's late at night, man. He's fighting Rob Lucci. And I don't even think, like, you know, Zoro, I don't know, it's weird. In all of his fights, like, he doesn't just, like, he usually wins with one or two strikes, but simultaneously, he doesn't attack for ages, or he misses, like, a lot of attacks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like Oda knows if Zoro is in the situation where Sanji and Luffy are, they're just too OP. They should be able to overpower basically everyone. So he has to separate them and he has to keep them apart. The same way why you know, Kizaru and Luffy are down at the moment, so that we can get this flashback and get this information and all of that stuff, is the same reason why Zoro is away. Because again, Zoro would attack the Gorosei. He wouldn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things would happen too rapidly. So we need to slow it down, and that's why you put Zoro away, you put Luffy away, you put Kizaru away, and you let everything else happen so that there's tension. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the case here. I think Sanji has the willpower to gain himself back, right? And I think that will probably come to a point maybe where Zoro is not attacking enough, and because he's not trying to cut, that he's losing, and Sanji is about to do a crazy Inferno Jambe ultimate kick, right? And in this scenario, we can have Zoro losing because Zoro is not, you know what I mean, he's holding back like immensely so that he doesn't hurt his friend. And I think Nami or Robin, well, probably Nami, because Nami is his one true, like, a god above all. Out of every girl, if Nami says sit, you know what I'm saying, he will drop every girl for Nami. So I think in that circumstance and in that situation, Nami might have to go in front, and I think he might end up hitting Nami a little bit, or about to hit Nami, and Zoro will block it. And I think if that's the case, Zoro will probably start attacking him a bit more seriously. But if he doesn't block it and if he touches Nami, I don't see it touching Nami either, because Luffy will be there. Like, all these motherfuckers got fucking future sight and shit. So somebody will block that shit. But if he almost hits her, I think that might, you know, when he gets hit one or two more times, I think that might be the situation where he does awaken and comes back to his senses. Now, simultaneously, if he just becomes evil, I feel like Zoro and Luffy would tie him up, lock him up, and, you know, and keep him, you know, they'll carry him around locked up, but they'll keep him with them, and they'll try to find a way to find somebody to save him, whether that be Vegapunk, whether that be whoever. And Vegapunk is there, so they probably let Vegapunk experiment on him and try to fix him and try to bring back those Sanji. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, at the end of the day, I don't think he's gonna seriously harm anybody, apart from maybe Usopp might get hurt a bit because he needs, you know, extra development before, you know, Elbaf, bro. That's his part, bro. Finally, Usopp, bro. I'm more excited for Elbaf than anything in the world right now, because I need Usopp to get a glow up, goddammit. But yeah, so that's what I think that would potentially happen. I don't really see them killing him, you know what I'm saying, because they have Vegapunk, they have Frankie, they have Usopp, they have a bunch of smart people on the team that should be able to try to figure it out. And I know that they would try their best and do everything possible, even drag him like that to Laugh Tale if they have to, you know what I'm saying, or they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that he stays on their side or stays alive, or might even bring him back to GERMA, the GERMA Kingdom, you know what I'm saying, might even bring him back there in order to say, you know, to demand that they save him, considering that he saved them, you know what I'm saying, and they saved GERMA and the whole crew, and they owe them yada yada yada. So that's what I think would happen. And Evil Sanji would be interesting, just because we never really, I mean, we did see him already kind of have that arc in Whole Cake where he was pretending to be evil in order to protect his crew. And, you know, obviously Luffy wasn't buying it. I think in this situation, Luffy would have to buy it because it's out of his control. So what you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think would happen? How do you think it would go down? Do you think my assessment is roughly correct, completely wrong? Whatever you think, let me know. I'm out. Subscribe.